Do you want to see this? Do you want to
Yeah.
like let me know in the chat? Okay.
کوه آمریکایی‌ها یک بار دیگه موش زایید و اعلام کردند که عملیات خودشون رو کنسل کردن. البته تحرکات نظامی و چینش و آرایش گروهک تروریستی سنتکام در روزهای اخیر تغییرات آنچنانی نداشت و
It's like Americans, once again came out and canceled their military operations. And he's saying, however, the terroristic military group CENTCOM in recent days have not moved that much. Like they didn't change that much anyway. So he's basically saying that they didn't expect anything anyways.
Lie number one.
Like it was pretty clear that the Americans are bluffing and they're just like, it's just their threats are empty words.
اما خب برخی شواهد دیگه از جمله فشار صهیونیست‌ها این امکان رو میداد که امریکایی‌ها دست به یک خطای راهبردی بزنند.
He's saying, however, there were some other evidence that shows that the pressure of the Zionists was moving Americans to make towards making a strategic mistake, like basically to start the war.
اما آنچه در نهایت مانع از این اقدام شده ادعای رسیدن به یک تفاهم پلاس یا فرم جدید MOU نیستش، بلکه تهدید معتبر نیروی مسلح ایران بود که این پیام روشن رو داد که اگر آمریکایی‌ها اقدام غیر فنی انجام بدن و تهدیدی برای زیرساخت‌های ایران ایجاد بکنن، دکترین عصر حجری کردن رو اجرایی می‌کنیم و
So he's saying, like, however, what stopped the Americans to do their attack was not reaching an agreement or an MOU or anything like that. It was the Islamic Republic's doctrine that if they do anything, we will the Stone Ages doctrine of the Islamic Republic, meaning that we will send them back to like all the countries, all the countries around the region. We will send them back to the Stone Ages if they did anything. So because of that doctrine of the Islamic Republic, that if they hit our infrastructure, we will send them all back to the Stone Ages. That's what stopped the Americans from attacking. So what we would have done is like all the interests of United States, all the interests of the terroristic United States in the region, we will make it all go dark. Like we will wipe out the power from the region, at least paying attention to something else. So we would wipe out everything. So everything will go dark. Everything will go fully dark.
They copied
this
that.
region. Yes. And he said, like, we will go make this entire area, the entire region go dark, and then we will be able to hunt down our enemies a lot easier in darkness once we do that.
و روشن از کانال‌های مختلف با رزولوشن بسیار بالا در روزهای اخیر منتقل شده و باعث شد که رژیم تروریستی آمریکا متوجه بشه که ادعای بی اثر در برابر تهدید معتبر جایی برای مانور دادن.
So he's saying, like, we have been broadcasting this in 4K everywhere, that this is what we're going to do if they attack us. And the United States have realized that their empty threats is nothing compared to our legitimate threats. And that's why they back down.
نداره. نکته بعدی هم که میخوام خدمت شما اعلام بکنم که این رئیس جمهور تروریست آمریکا در همین ساعات اخیر ادعایی رو در مورد بازگشایی تنگه هرمز کرده که
Like another point that I wanted to say is that the terrorist president of the United States just came out and made a claim about opening the Strait of Hormuz.
این هم یک پاسخ بسیار روشن داره.
And this has we have a very clear answer to what President Trump said.
تا اگر 1000 بار به نقطه صفر برسیم قطعاً مردم از ایران باید در جریان باشن که تنگه بدون رعایت ترتیبات ایرانی باز نخواهد شد.
So even if they bring us down to 0 1,000 times, they must know, the Iranian people must know that the Strait of Hormuz will not be open against our will, like unless outside of the framework of the Islamic Republic. Like they cannot make us open the Strait of Hormuz. Basically, we're not going to do that.
That actually boils my blood. When he said when he said the people of Iran, that actually boils my blood. Not because of the usual obvious reasons, but because right now, did you know that the parliament of the Islamic Republic is trying to pass this Caspian Sea trade resolution? They have it in parliament right now. It just submitted to parliament.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
These people, these garbage people, okay, in the Islamic Republic, we used to have almost 50% trade control of the Caspian Sea. Take a guess at what it's about to be right now if they pass this resolution in the parliament of the Islamic Republic. In the chat, just throw out some numbers. We used to have 50%, okay? Also, check out Iran's, let me show you Iran's coastline on the Caspian Sea real quick before you guys make your guess. This is Iran. This is the Caspian Sea, okay? We have all of this coastline. Keep in mind, a lot of it's not really usable, okay? What percentage do you think the Islamic Republic is about to settle for? Someone's saying 20%, 100%. Someone has the right answer. Okay, it's lower than 20%. It is even lower than 13%. It's going to be between 11 to 13%. 11 to 13%.
You know why?
Tell us.
They're selling out to Russia for support.
They don't have money to pay to Russia. They're going to give them land and rights. This is
the Islamic Republic selling out Iran's resources to Putin in exchange for Putin defending the Islamic Republic.
You don't own the land. The land is the people. It's the nation. The government doesn't own it. It's not yours to give. So infuriating. Another thing that they're doing, Armin,
and we can't
highways,
get so impossible to get it back, even if we're free, because it's going to be. This is now internationally recognized because they already gave it away. It will be so difficult to get it back, even if we're free.
They're the most anti-Iranian government ever. One, just piece by piece, just giving Iran away. Another thing that they're doing, the highways that you guys have in Iran, okay, the trans-province highways, they're selling the land around it to private companies owned by the IRGC because they can't pay them. They're giving them land. They're giving the land of the nation to private companies because they can't pay them. Now, that's a much different story, okay? When Iran's free, obviously, they don't own the land. We can just take it back. How are you going to take it back from Russia? It's a much more difficult process.
This is why any Iranian who's worried about regime change process, thinking that we might lose some of our land if we topple the Islamic Republic, you make absolutely no sense. The greatest threat to our border integrity is the Islamic Republic. Our border, we are already losing our land and our sea and our waterways and our lakes. We're already losing them. We're like, oh yes, I hate the Islamic Republic, but what if in the chaos of if the regime falls, what if the separatist groups come take over some of our land? What if the UAE comes and takes over some of our islands in the Persian Gulf? And like, those would be easy to get back. If it's the Kurdish separatist group, we can take that back easy. We will crush them. UAE against 90 million Iranians with an army that we will build with our oil and gas money. You think UAE can hold on to Tombe Kuchik and Tombe Buzurg, we could get that back. How the hell are we going to get back the parts of the Caspian Sea that we just lost? That we're losing that now already. The Islamic Republic is already giving away parts of Iran. You're like, oh, what if? What if? There's no ifs. It's already happening. It's happening under the Islamic Republic.
I might have ruined your guys' mood, so I'm going to bring it back up again real quick. Armin just said oil and gas money, which we can use to rebuild our country, right? There's actually a third source, one that is going to be vital in the upcoming age of humanity's technological revolution. It's going to be minerals, rare earths and minerals. Iran sits under one of the richest lithium reserves in the world. Lithium batteries, cars, robots, machinery uses lithium ion batteries. We got that. On the eastern part of Iran sits one of the largest mineral reserves on the planet, which is largely unexplored. That is something that I want to raise to you guys a little bit later on in the show, but I will mention it now. Everyone knows Elon Musk. Elon Musk, as of today, is now designated by the IRGC affiliated state media Farce News as a target. He's on their list now, including his companies and whatnot. Elon Musk is now, by a large margin, the richest man in the world. They raised $1.7 trillion in 2 days. He donated the most amount of money to Trump's campaign. Trump repaid him by the SpaceX IPO. And now, once again, Elon Musk is going to donate a large sum to the Republicans ahead of the midterms. So on the midterms front, the Republicans are about to get a huge burst of funding. Now, what does Elon Musk want? He wants, and he says himself, he wants in the next few years, next 3, 5, 10 years, the world to have a robotic workforce and for goods and services to be extremely abundant. To build that, you need rare earths and minerals, of which Iran has one of the largest reserves in the world, untapped. Now, it might be difficult to get it out, but it's there. Elon Musk is in his interest to have the Islamic Republic overthrown. He's going to be funding the Republicans. He's already got some Starlink in here. He's going to be a bigger figure, in my opinion, in the time that's to come. I don't know if you had any thoughts on that, because we're talking about the AI and the minerals and all that, but that is going to be something that will make our country very rich in the future, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you somebody who might be having a negative effect. So you see Washington Post posting a lot of articles that basically is in favor. You know, if you read it, you could see that is leaning towards making arguments against military escalation. Have you noticed that?
No.
So Washington Post is doing that. Let me see. So who is Washington Post owned by? Washington Post is owned by Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos has a lot of tech interests in the Arab countries around Persian Gulf, data centers, infrastructure, tech infrastructure.
Okay, that makes perfect sense now.
Yeah. So just wanted to let you guys know they're using these billionaires or different billionaires will use their media influence. So Elon Musk's when you turn into a billionaire, you start buying media to use media to affect policy in favor of what your interests are. So Jeff Bezos got Washington Post, Elon Musk got X. That's why Elon Musk got X, which I think was a much bigger investment, much more influence, right? So, yeah.
These Arab countries, remember, they want you to stick to oil and gas. That's how they make their money. They don't want you to go and do something else. So it makes sense that Bezos is going to be funding that if he has interest there. For all of you guys saying that, listen, the US has all of these natural, rare earths and minerals that it needs, that is not good enough for Elon Musk. He wants the world. You need billion. He said himself, you need billions of these robots. You're going to have to grab all these materials from somewhere. You got South America as one of the biggest, largest reserves. And then Iran, Afghanistan, those mountains over there is the other big reserves.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.